Hi, it's Gadget UK here again. It's been a long while since we looked at this particular machine. You can see how dusty this is. I'm going to hoover the top of this plastic before I take this out. But this is my transparent C64C personal computer here. So we covered this, I don't know, about 5 or 6, maybe 7 years ago. It's that long ago. This machine has been sat waiting for a new set of keycaps. Now, yeah, you can see here, subject C64 Key Caps. Colour selections. They've arrived. Finally arrived. Now these are not the Phase 5 ones. Yeah, not from the Phase 5 campaign where they took everyone's money like 7 or 8 years ago and just ran off with it. It was a campaign from Jim, CBMSTUFF on Indiegogo 2. But he's delivered, and we had COVID in between as well, which I think it's a miracle he's managed to do it within the 3 years roughly. So we've got some keys there, function keys I think. Main set of keys here. The one thing that's just caught my eye immediately, and I don't, well, you're going to be able to see the same thing, is the print. Why is the print not black? Why would you print white on a clear key? That's going to be really hard to see. I mean, maybe I'm speaking before I've actually tried this. Once they're all on there, it might be that obvious, but I mean, straight away, you can see it looks like they've not even got any prints on because it's white. Yeah, so that's the first negative thing about that, but you know what, it's just one of those things, isn't it? Yeah, we've got some more here, look, and I think that's it. Yeah, so that's what I've got. Strange how I've got different size bags, but I guess those are the normal sort of size keys, aren't they? Yeah, and then you've got function keys, and then you've got special keys like spacebar, and the larger ones like return, shift, restore, etc. Yeah, I've used that restore on one of my mug and t-shirt designs. Yeah, so I'll start by vacuuming this bag. Let's get this out and we'll try one of these out and then just work our way through replacing them. It's going to be a really short video. I just want to see what it looks like at the end, really. Yeah, that might seem like the most ridiculous thing ever, vacuuming a plastic bag, but I just don't want to get dust everywhere on the top of it, because it was, you know, it was that way on a shelf here. And then before that, it was stacked up in this room for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, at least 4 years maybe. But it's been in and out a few times. I have used this because, well, I love this machine. It's got the Timemouth, I think it has, Timemouth software dual SID somewhere. I don't know where that sits now, actually, now I think about it. On this revision board, because I think this is the one where the SID chip's down here somewhere underneath the keyboard. Could be wrong. Doesn't look like it's up here. Right, I've got the keycap removal tool here that came from a different key campaign. Actually, it was the Amiga one, A1200.net, is it? Let's just pull off. In fact, let's not pull off that. Let's just. Hang on a minute. Why is that jammed in now? Let's have a look what we've got here. Now there are some spare individual keys here, like OL. I don't know what that is, equals, because I think the print on the original ones was a bit balked or something. So let's just see what we've got here. Clear home. Well, that's funny, I picked that key. We're not far off it, were we? And let's just see if we can get the tool in there. It's really hard with these keys, with this tool, surprisingly. Now you could argue take the lid off, and you know what, that might be the best thing. In fact, let's do that, because, you know, the surround here, just around the edge of the keys, is just going to be a bit of a problem. Yeah, so I even put the original thing on there. The case that this was in actually went to Future 8 there, I think. Yeah, it did. Because at the time, he was using actual recycled cases and things. He was able to, I don't know, grind the plastic or something and then use them to make some of the devices that he sells. Now, clipped on the back here, aren't they? You can lift it up at the front a little bit. That's it. And then some gentle persuasion may be required. I think you sort of push away at the back, don't you? Like that. That's it. Where's the LED on this? Yeah, I think it's lacking an LED. Oh, it's not, it's there. Yeah, it needs that extending, doesn't it, the LED. I'm wondering if I've already done that, because that's clear. I don't know, that's a strange one, isn't it? It probably isn't clear. It looks clear, but it probably isn't. Anyway, yeah, keyboard. Oh, this is not the stereo SID. I am really confused now. Do you know, I think I may have sent the stereo SID model to the chap that won the blue one. That's what I think. I think that went out with stereo SID setup. Yeah, this has just got a 65A1. It could be in one of my other C64s, that stereo SID. I don't know. Right, there we go. See, that's going on much easier now. And we can just try and pull upwards like that. And let's see how well it fits. Is it going to be like the A1200.net? Yeah, the answer is it went on, but you know what? It didn't go on very well. It's holding though. That one was really firm to get on and off though, so you know what? So far so good. Let's just see what we've got next. So we've got a K and an X. It's going to take some time, this, isn't it? It's a different type of plastic as well, you see. Yeah, it just like sponges on, it doesn't clip. But it's staying on, so... Yeah, and the height, it's not very dissimilar really. So I'm just going to do these in the order that I find them, rather than do them at any kind of logical, you know, laying them all out and go along that way. So this is the X. Again, it's sponged its way on there. I think it's going to be alright with this white print. It's like I say, you can look at something in a bag like that and think, oh, that's going to be a huge problem, but, well, it's not. This is a back arrow, it's this one up here. Oof, I nearly lost the spring then, I grabbed it in my hand as it shot out. Again, it's sort of sponged on. I'm not really sure how else to describe that, but look, that's not for staying on. Here we go, we got our first problem. Our first problem. Well, it's on now, but you know what? I just think that's going to pop off. Anyway, which one's this one's cursor up down? Let's give this one a go. You see, they're so hard to get off. Good God. You'd think it'd be the same to put them on. Yeah, that one went on. That one went on really well. Strange how some of them go on really well and others don't. We're back to the 1200 campaign, aren't we? Pound, where's the pound? It's up there. Up. Spring trying to escape. That one went on really well as well. It's strange, isn't it? But you know what, I actually think these are really good. I'm very pleased with this. I know I've been a bit fussy so far pointing out one or two things, but overall, see, that clips on really well, that one. Hang on a minute, what's that? That's the same as that one. How have we got two of those? No, it's not. It's the up one. It's that one with a pie symbol on the front. A bit dusty around there. As you watch this fast forward section here, just pay close attention to that very bottom row of keys, the ones on the right hand side in particular. If you just sort of look at the fascia of them, you might be able to see the odd little crack. Yeah, I see that I've got that for there, and I've got a blank or a 64 thing for here, so I don't know which one to go for actually. Neither of them I like. I'm tempted to get a print of that online and stick it on the blank one, which is why there's a blank one. I bet you most people do that. that's what I'm going to do, and get a little Commodore sticker for that, and that can go here. Pull all of these off, I think, and clean that bit, because that bit is pretty dusty. I forget which way those were. They've got two things, haven't they? I think they go over to the right. I might have to pull all these off in a minute. I don't know. I can never remember if they go that way. I think it's that way because I can see a silhouette underneath that. There we go. How cool is that looking? So onto the last bag. These ones. Spacebar last because I hate the spacebar. Let's do restore. So I got two shifts. Those are identical, aren't they? We're going to find after doing all this that the particles dust has worked its way inside and one of the keys doesn't work. I don't think so though. This is the last key apart from space. That's it. Right, and now for this a-hole. I really despised the space bars on these. And you can see what's happened already. It's come out of that. Alright, so we need those clips for this. Look how dirty that is. This is why what I should have done is cleaned up all of the stuff, took them all off, cleaned up the plastic. I've got to try and what I was doing now. So we had a spring there, these things, and that. So let's get this back on. Bar wants to go like that, and then the centre thing goes through there. So it's just these things now. Oh, now I can't remember which way it went. This is what I hate about these. Like, was it that way, or was it? Well, it's going to clip there, so you want, I don't know what you want. Yeah, those go through there, don't they? Yeah, this is the thing, if you look at those bits, yeah, they go into the little hole, yeah. So I think clip it on here first, so let's get the space bar that way around, and it's going to go that way up. Yeah, that feels like a nice fit. We'll do exactly the same thing with the other one, so the big part facing towards the top of the keyboard. And then what I need to do now is hook it through the little, hang on, where's it gone? Through the little thing there. What I need to do is push the space bar that way and pull this out. Oh, it's not going to go in. What I could do is just pull that out and go. Yeah, don't always do as I do. Learn from what I do and don't make the mistakes I do, maybe. Because if we get that through there like that, then I can just clip this on here, can't I? Yeah, like that. There we go. And then I think we can just rotate this. That's where the hard bit comes. Get the spring like that. That's it. Through there. And on. Oh yes. I think that's it. Why is it raised up on the right? I'm seeing things, it's optical illusion, it's not. There we go, all done. So let's get it all back together and give it a try. I am very pleased with the result though. You know what we need now? Someone needs to make a clear piece of one of these enclosures here, the keyboard frame. If that was clear, even better. Yeah, and all we had left at the end here are those two keys and a 64 one, obviously for the Commodore. So I'll just put those out of the way. So I took a picture of this and uploaded it onto social media. And then when I was looking at the picture myself up close, I thought, what's that little shape there? Is it some imperfection on the inside of the plastic? And then I noticed there's one here, there's one here. Press the space down. Here, 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 here. You get the pattern. This whole bottom row. And then I looked along all the other keys, and that's not the case. All the other ones are all right. I think when these were printed, yeah, at the factory, they had something that removed the keys, and it's like under here, yeah, on this bottom row, it's like pulled up a certain way or something, and they're all fractured. If I carefully, I'm gonna have to be really careful, carefully just pull this off. There we go. So it didn't need much force. It's, God, I'm gonna break it over more than it's already broken. You can see here, it's completely split. There's actually a crack in that. Those are cracks, yeah, just on that side. Now bear in mind, that's the first time that key has just come off. It's not been off before. So, okay, put it back on. Yeah, so it's strange, isn't it? It's this bottom row. That tells me it was done at manufacture. So if you've not got the clear ones, you might not notice it as much, but then again, it might stand out more on some of the other ones. So I've got one, that one's all right, and the other keys are all right. All the other rows are all right. The function keys are all right. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 keys with cracks on that bottom row. So yeah, I'm happy with it. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy with it. But you know what? This is not right, is it? This is not right. I'd like to know how many other people have got this whole bottom row here with cracks all along. And I think it's the Chinese factory. I can't imagine that happening any other way. Because I can't imagine a scenario whereby someone got the bags of keys, put them onto a keyboard to make sure they're all there, and then prized them all off. And then why would it be this bottom row? That's what I don't get. Maybe they did. Maybe they pulled them off one at a time on an actual keyboard. Because the fact that the space bar's in the way, I could imagine that you're putting stresses on at strange orientations to get them off, and it's got to be through something like this, maybe at the factory. Maybe someone just had the task of pulling them all off and they got a bit hasty on the bottom row here. I don't know. Weird, isn't it? So these are the A1200.net keys. Covered these in a previous video, you know, so some of these keys are a bit crooked in terms of the print. But yeah, I mean, it was okay, and I did manage to get all these stuck on using PTFE tape. None of them have popped off yet. The white set, I ended up just giving that to Sparks UK, actually, just to thank him for some of the things he's done in the past. But anyway, quality differences, I would say the ones from CBMSTUFF, the C64, are way better than these, because even though I said that, you know, I described that they sponge on, they stay on. This is the thing, so they don't clip like the original ones do. And I can do that now. I could remove one of those new keys, put one of the old keys back on, and they clip on. So they don't, they sponge on. And what I mean is you just press it and it goes smush, you know, and then, but it stays on, is the point. Now, other than the cracks on the bottom row, which you can sort of see here, you know, they're pretty noticeable, actually. I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with it. Not one of these has popped off. And it looks really good. The alignment of the print and everything is pretty regular and linear. Everything looks really good. The quality as well of the print on the fronts of these, all the Petsky symbols, I haven't noticed any mistakes or anything. Everything looks really good. I will at a later date get, like I say, a Commodore icon stick on there, Commodore sticker or something. If you know of where to get something like that, please let me know. I did have a quick look, I couldn't see anything immediately available. So yeah, brilliant. I think I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 at the moment because of these cracks. Now, I've let Jim know. Dan Tootle did say if you let Jim know, and I did. Dan Tootle's a really good guy. Check out his social media, be linked down to his below. Yeah, I let Jim on Indiegogo know that I got this issue. I hope he doesn't think this is something to do with bad fitment, because, you know, I'm just going to get really angry if that's the case, because I've still got the original footage and I fast forwarded through it in this video here, but I did it all in one single camera take. Yeah, and the minute I fitted each one of these keys, you can see the split and they sponge on. If you want me to do that, I could upload it. If anyone starts kicking off going, oh, it's fitment, it's the way you fit them, you pressed them on too hard, You know what? I'm going to keep that footage. I'll upload it as a separate video, the full hour long, without any edits or anything, and you'll see they just go smush. There's no crack noises. They just smush on, just like all the other ones did. And you know, as I stick it on, you see the cracks already there. This is the thing. So don't know how that's happened. Don't know. Am I the only one? This is what always happens to me. It cheeses me off in life that if I can't, you know, do a campaign like this, I'm one of the contributors towards this campaign, most people get theirs and there's not an issue. I'm always the one that gets some weird, oddball problem, but maybe not. Maybe there's going to be some of the people who've got this problem with these keys cracked. The negative side of my brain is saying that someone spotted my name on Indiegogo and went, oh, I don't like Gadget UK, I'm going to save the Guff set for him, or give him the broken one or something, but I don't think so. That's just me being paranoid, because I always seem to get these kind of oddball problems. But compared to the you know, the Amiga 1200.net campaign, these are light years above in terms of fitment and print quality. Everything would have been perfect here. If it wasn't for these, I'd be giving this a 10 out of 10 and going, this is amazing. So I think it is. If you don't get cracks along the set you buy, it's a 10 out of 10 product. So we'll perhaps do a follow-up if I can get, and I feel bad for the campaign, you know, the person running the campaign here, CBMSTUFF, Jim, because I don't want him to have to have wasted a set to try and replace these. If I'm honest, I'm quite happy if he is able to replace these keys. I'm quite happy to just let him know, and you can see which ones it is. It's that one, 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 and that one. Every other key on there is spotless. Doesn't need to send me a full set. Yeah, if you can do that, great. We'll do a follow-up video. So at this point here, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. Maybe we'll give it a 10 out of 10 if I can do an update on it. The other thought did cross my mind. Let's just pull one of these off. Let's do that one. This is the most split one, actually, so be very careful. There we go. What I could do is use, well, there's a few things. I did wonder about heating it, but then it might deform the plastic. But I'm thinking I could use some of that transparent glue. It's an epoxy that they use for sticking phone screens on. I used it recently to fix a scratch on my 1084S, actually. There'll be a video linked top right to that. Maybe if I seep some of that into the crack there and use a bit of UV on it, maybe that'll just strengthen it. It might even fill the split slightly, but it's always going to look cracked. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you can see that one clips on really well as well, that one. If you have one of these yourself and you've got some problems, let me know. The other thing, one final thing I'll point out here, spot the oddball other than these cracks gone. Can you spot it? I'll give you a few seconds. The O. This was obviously one of the replacement 3. You know, they give you 3 keys in a separate bag that's replaced some print issues. And I don't know if you can tell, but this one is a slightly different grade of plastic to that one. Yeah, it's like shinier, it's clearer. So it's like when you stick this back on, compare that key to that key. Let me zoom you in. Yeah, zoomed in at that level, you might just be able to see it looks more glass-like to the P and the I. It's like a clearer, clear. It's subtle. It is subtle. So for the most part, you wouldn't notice it, but I did. I got eyes like a hawk. Seriously. I mean, you could argue maybe the 9 is a bit like that as well. I don't know. And that wasn't a replacement. So that's probably just like a quality thing between, you know, variations in the plastic that they use and the moulds for these. But it's such a subtle thing that, yeah, you can't notice it. If I hadn't pointed that out, I don't think you'd notice it. And you know what? Next time I come back to use this, I probably won't notice it. But I will notice these here. I won't notice those ones so much because they're behind the space bar. I think if those hadn't been cracked there, you know what? I might never even notice the issue. It was just when I uploaded those photos on Twitter, it stood out like a sore thumb. Last minute discovery here at the end. Just watch this in fast forward here, because I captured it all in one long stream. I noticed right at the start, the key caps looked alright actually. That cursor up down was flawless. But as you watch this as it's fast forward, yeah, you can actually see the cracks start to appear on the keys as they're just sat there. Yeah, why just the bottom row? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I still think that's a manufacturing thing, the way they would leave it off. But nevertheless, you can actually, and I'll show you a few different keys here, zoomed in, you can see the split form slowly over you know, tens of minutes as I just had them on there, sat there. So that's a bit of a problem. Anyway, I do hope you found that short video interesting. If you'd like to support the channel, please see the Ko-fi and Patreon links down below. I'll catch you in the next one.